Yes, good evening everyone. Teacher Ssemusu Patrick as usual, and I'm going to take you through one of the challenging word processing features, that is mail merge. Mail merge documents, they are challenging questions, or they are challenging features that when you're dealing with it, you need to have two documents. That is the main document, which contains the message to be sent to the sender's address, and then the data source document, which contains all the particulars of the receiver. So those are the two documents that you send or that you deal with, and not forgetting that when you're saving the two documents, you save them in one directory or in one folder, such that when you're linking the main document to the data source, you can easily trace it and combine the two. I already created the main document, which we are going to consider, or which we are going to use as our example. So I formulated a simple letter which is going to be addressed to some of the beach owners according to how I formulated it. So let us sit down and watch this video. To begin with, when you look at this slate of mine, it has the program that whoever will receive the letter will consider according to the agenda. So it starts from 8:30, the arrival of members, 8:30 to 9 a.m. arrival of the invited guests, and all the other information as it is displayed in our letter. Now, when you look at our document, or our main document, which is typed like this, it has the sender's address, and then somewhere here, this is now where our main our data source is going to take part, because mail merge is all about dealing with the letters, where we don't need every time to edit individual document, such that you come up with only one main document that you can address to different recipients. So that is about that. Now, since this document is already here, we have to create a folder such that it can be saved in. So let me first create a folder on the desktop such that our two files can be saved. I'll name my folder as mail merge as my folder name, and I will now save in this file in a folder which is named mail merge. So I will still save this one as my main document, that is basing on what you want to save it with. So I will save it as that, as my first file. So it is already saved. And then I have also this one, which contains the address list. This is now going to be saved as a data source document. So I will save it also, and I save it together where the other file was saved. So let me save this one as my data source document. So all of this is helping you to ease your work when you're dealing with the mail merge. So I can close this one because I'm not going to use it now. Now, around here, since this is where your address list is going to be, I only use this as a format. So I will not need this around here. It will be replaced with the address list. So I will remove this one and these two. So it will be like that. In this space is where I will include the address list. And here we begin our mail merge procedure. So to begin, we always click on mailings as a menu, and we are dealing with mail merge. So you click on start mail merge, and then you deal with letters. So you click on letters. Then when that is done, you come to select recipients. And since we already have our data source document, we'll click on use existing list. We already have our file that we are going to consider as our list. So we'll click on this. And remember, we saved the data source from the desktop. So I will click on desktop and locate my data source, which is saved in there. So this is my file as my data source. I will click on it, and then down here I choose open. So when that is done, we now go to step 3 of inserting the address list according to our recipient. So I will come to insert. This is where our fields in the data source document, as you're seeing, these 3 according to our data source. I will click on this. It fills itself down here. I'll press enter, go back to address, and then you click on city. So now in place of these fields which were coming from the data source, I want them to be filled with the records. So I'll click on preview results, and they are now all filled down here as you're seeing. Now because I have a number of people that I'm giving my letter, it is one letter, but it has to be addressed to several recipients. What I will do is to go to finish and merge, and then click on edit individual document, and then I click OK. So after clicking OK, when you scroll down according to this letter or according to the final letter, remember this is a different address. When you scroll down again, this is another address according to the person I'm giving the letter. This is Pesa Beach. When I scroll down again, I'll have another address list. When I scroll down, I'll have another address. So mail merge is all about letters. You only come up with one main document and address it to several recipients. So that is about mail merge. So what you always do first is to create your 2 documents, the main document and the data source document. So since I'm done with all my letters, I'll also save them, all my letters, into this very folder called mail merge, and I'll call this file final letters as my file name, and then I click on save. So when I close everything on the desktop, I'll have all my files saved in one folder called mail merge. So these are my files. So if I wanted to print all the letters, I'll open this and print my document. Thank you very much for watching. I remain Ssemusu Patrick. I sign out.